led by about a length and a half to Southerly Drift. The Taswegian out in front, coming to the treble down the side. Mr. Mint third on the inside of Burnt Valve to the first of the treble as they went over it, and they were followed by Camden Boy fifth. Contract on the outside. Monsister did a little shuffle coming to the second, but got over it safely. And here's the third of the treble. It led from Southerly Drift the outside. About 2 lengths Mr. Mint third, all over it safely. 2 to Burnt Valve, Camden Boy, 3 to Contract. 3 away My Hutch, and they're starting to string out about 6 lengths away. Dan Donnelly, 2 to Zamanoff, 3 or 4 to Cathcart, and back at the rear Chelsea Yarn Law for Lou. Into the back they race now. A double here at the 1,000. Monsist led a length and a half to Southerly Drift. About 5 lengths to Mr. Mint, and 1 away Burnt Valve as they go to the second of the double now. Monsist jumped that better than the first, and he got over it about a length and a half clear. Little rain starting to fall round the next corner. He's 2 lengths in front, Monsist, now at the 800 the first time. Second Southerly Drift, 3 to Mr. Mint, 3 parts Burnt Valve, a length and a half further back then My Hutch. It's making up ground around Contract and Camden Boy on the inside over the first of the double by the school, and they've got out 20 lengths in front of the others, who are all on their feet. They come down now towards the second of this double near the 400s, the second last next time round, and the top weight and Taswegian Monsist by a length to it, over it safely to Southerly Drift. 2.5 Mr. Mint, a length to Burnt Valve, 3 parts to Camden Boy, 2 to My Hutch, a half Contract. 25 lengths to Dan Donnelly as they come around the corner, 4 to Zamanoff. Another 10 or 12 lengths then to Cathcart, Chelsea Yarn, and last Law for Lou. Coming into the straight now, and they're approaching this fence next time round. It's the last. It was the first, it's the 9th, and it will be the last. Monsist a length and a half clear as they draw to it now from Southerly Drift. Over it safely, 2 to Mr. Mint, jumping nicely third. Contract's thrown the rider. The boy scrambles off the track, horse and rider okay. Out of the straight, Monsist with a lap to go. 8 fences to jump, a half length Southerly Drift. 3 to Mr. Mint, 1 away Burnt Valve on the rails. Camden Boys run a bit of a race, and 2 to My Hutch. And the place getters look to be in those. 20 lengths to Zamanoff, and they're followed by Dan Donnelly, Cathcart, Chelsea Yarn, Law for Lou. Here's the treble down the hill again. And little Monsist, he might be 10, but he's revelling in the going and the jumping. He draws to this in front. Hit. Oh, Southerly Drift's gone. He tried to stand up. He's brought Mr. Mint down. They're both down, the second and third favourites. The rider's okay. Last of the treble, and Monsist left about 6 in front of Burnt Valve. Camden Boy, as I mentioned, running a big race third, and then 3 to My Hutch, given a crack with the whip. 20 lengths to Zamanoff, Dan Donnelly further back, Cathcart, Chelsea Yarn, Law for Lou. The double down the back near the 1,000. Little Monsist about 4 lengths in front of Burnt Valve. Now Camden Boy, a stablemate of Southerly Drift, starting to put in its claim as they went over that one. Moved up stylishly to be second. Burnt Valve third, and 4 or 5 to My Hutch, 20 to Zamanoff. Over the second of the double, Monsist only a half length now, but the little fella's got a lot of courage coming to the 800. Second is Camden Boy, 2 to Burnt Valve, 6 to My Hutch, who's struggling. They come around to the double now by the school. Monsist a half length. Camden Boy, they've drawn right away from Burnt Valve. Over that one, Monsist jumped it better, a length in front of Camden Boy. 5 to Burnt Valve, 8 to My Hutch, 20 Zamanoff. Here the second last fence coming up at the 500 in the rain. Little Monsist, he's kicked away. Led by 2 lengths, draws to it, measures it. Oh, over it beautifully from Camden Boy by 2 lengths. 6 to Burnt Valve, 15 to My Hutch. Round the turn, 1 to jump, and Monsist, he's gone away. 3 lengths in front of Camden Boy, 6 lengths away then Burnt Valve. 1 fence to jump, they're about to turn. The little bloke's home, 10-year-old. He straightens up with 1 to jump. He's 4 or 5 in front, draws to the 17th fence now. Monsist, 5 lengths to Camden Boy. Comes down to it, steadied. He's over it safely. Coming at him, Camden Boy down the outside, but Monsist, the top weight, is going to lead all the way and win it. Scores by 2 lengths to Camden Boy. 8 lengths away third, Burnt Valve. Then came Zamanoff, Law for Lou, My Hutch. Boy, he got tired. Long way back, Dan Donnelly, Chelsea Yarn. Last home is Cathcart. Ah, great win to Monsist. 10 years of age. That's equal to 40-odd in the human beings. And he's led all the way. Peter Delaney, a delightful cross-country rider, judged everything to perfection. And Monsist, who's not very big, just kept going. Trained to the height of fitness today by MS Trinder down at Sprayton in Tasmania, by Tour de Monde from Resistol. A great win, and one which pleased the public no end, whether they backed him or not. They realised the great qualities of of this little 10-year-old in Carringy 67. A couple of his main dangers went, of course. Southerly Drift went. The boy tried hard to stop on Pigos, but he eventually went, and then Mr. Mint got tangled up with him, and so two of the main dangers were out of the way at the treble down the side the second time. Monsist to pay 185 and 85 on the tote. Second, Camden Boys, run a very big race, should pay $2.10. And third, number 5, Burnt Valve, should pay $1.15 in the Ian McDonald steeplechase.
Returning 3.30 and 90. Grecian Eagle second, $1.30, and Toyama Prince third, 75 cents. Quinella paid $13.95. And the trifecta, $113.55. That was the third at Rose Hill for 3, 2 and 4. We will be getting our pictures from Sydney. Here they are, and here's Ian Craig. The best to begin, Vainglorious and Barloo with Half Shilling well served. And it's going to be Half Shilling and Barloo, with Barloo just in front of Half Shilling. Third, Vainglorious. A length and a quarter to Desolante travelling inside of Street Cafe, and then comes King Solo. One Max Treasure on the outside of Magic Gleam, followed by Full Page and then Trace of Silver, and Kingston God is last. Down the side, 700 to go, and the leader is Vainglorious now from Half Shilling. Barloo third as they pass the 600, a length and a half Desolante, and then comes on the outside King Solo, one to Street Cafe, then Magic Gleam, followed by Max Treasure. Full Page third last from Trace of Silver and Absolute Kingston God. Half Shilling on the inside, race through to lead Vainglorious, who hung on the bend. Barloo third, followed on the inside by Desolante, and then Max Treasure and Magic Gleam on the extreme outside, coming to the 200, and Half Shilling is the leader, kicked away a length and a half. Magic Gleam and Max Treasure, then Barloo. Half Shilling still in front, Max Treasure wide out, and Jay Cassidy, and it's going to be Half Shilling just in front of Max Treasure, close to home, and Half Shilling wins the money. Half Shilling has beaten Max Treasure. Third was Magic Gleam, then Barloo with Full Page and Desolante. Further back in the field was King Solo, Vainglorious, then Street Cafe and a Trace of Silver, and last of all, Kingston God. Well, Mel Johnston goes to the lead now in the Sydney's Jockeys Premiership. He's ridden a double now. Number 9, Half Shilling, the winner. Number 3, Max Treasure second. And number 1, Magic Gleam third. 9-3-1. Race 4 at Rose Hill.
Racing. He didn't jump all that quickly from the inside. San Juan Amigo and Caratoga ridden out. Going fast too was Bold Game. And getting back Twig now and Belcunda in the early part, and Game Romance finding the rail. They're going hard and fast at the 800-metre mark. It's Bold Game from Caratoga. They draw out from Lucky Mink, San Juan Amigo, and over on the inside Game Romance. Caratoga gradually drawing to the lead. Further back in behind those now, Twig now with Belcunda ahead of it. Caratoga getting across. Kicking through again on the inside, Bold Game. He's making Caratoga work. They're 3 in front of Lucky Minx, holding third inside of San Juan Amigo. 2 lengths away then came over on the inside Game Romance from Belcunda and Twig now. Bold Game again draws through with Caratoga. 3 lengths away to Lucky Minx under the whip, and then came further back Belcunda running on. As they work to the 200-metre mark, Caratoga drew a half in front now. Bold Game. Belcunda trying hard with Lucky Minx. It's Caratoga the leader. Lucky Minx is starting to come with Bold Game. Lucky Minx is finishing better. Lucky Minx draws to the lead, and Lucky Minx goes on to win. Second, Bold Game. Third, Belcunda, possibly with Caratoga. Then about 7 lengths away to Game Romance, San Juan Amigo. And the last one in Twig now.
Winner of the third event at Cheltenham this afternoon, number 6, Lucky Minx, ridden by S. Meekins, and 2 and 1 for the minor placings as called by Ron Paps, Bold Game and Belcunda. But the judge will call for a photo for those minor placings, 6 and a photo in the third. 170, Red Henry 150, and Dandy Andy paid $1.10. They're now set to go for the 5th up there at Eagle Farm. So let's go up to Wayne Wilson in just a moment, and they're racing.
Stealthy Knight got the best of it. He bounced in front in a flash, a little bit slow to get going, and Monaco Lady immediately drops out last. Pretty as Paint and Rimlad vie for the lead in the early part, and Just Boogie trapped out fairly deep. Now York is taking the favourite straight over into the box seat. He's running 4th on the inside of Cold Water. A length then to Program, then the Waffler inside of Tiger Star. Kaloon Vale getting well back with Dunga Rubber. Then Prussia second last Glenings, and Monaco Lady last of all. Coming up towards the 1600 and the leader, it's Rimlad, 3/4 of a length in front. The speed looks as though it's fairly genuine. In second place, Pretty as Paint, and the favourite has settled well. 2 lengths away, third on the inside. That's Stealthy Night. 2 to Just Boogie. Another 2 lengths further back to Inner Flash, and then Cold Water, the Waffler Program, Tiger Star. Then Dunga Rubber, Kaloon Vale, Prussia, Glenings, and Monaco Lady is last of all. 1,300 metres out. Rimlad's the leader, a neck in front. Speed very fast. Second on the outside, Pretty as Paint. 3 lengths away, third is Stealthy Night, 2 to Just Boogie. A length and a half then to Cold Water, followed by Inner Flash, 2 to the Waffler, 1 to Program, who's racing on the outside. Further back was Dunga Rubber in company there with Kaloon Vale and Tiger Star. Then Glenings, Prussia, and Monaco Lady still at the rear. Coming up towards the 850, Rimlad and Pretty as Paint, they're matching their motors in front. They're going stride for stride, 2 clear of the favourite. He's had a beautiful run in transit, Stealthy Night. York has given him every possible chance. A length and a half away fourth, Just Boogie under pressure. Cold Water making ground on the outside. Then in a flash, the Waffler Program. Kaloon Vale, Dunga Rubber, Glenings as well back with Prussia, and Monaco Lady last of all. Around the home turn, 450 metres to go. Pretty as Paint the outside just in front of Rimlad. Now Stealthy Night comes to the outside. He's about to pop in the big question. Cold Water and Inner Flash both running on fairly well, and then the Waffler. Stealthy Night loomed up, hit the lead, 300 metres to go. The Waffler coming after Stealthy Night. He's gone for the whip on Stealthy Night. The Waffler coming at him. Prussia's charging home down the outside. Stealthy Night's kicking again. He's just in front. Prussia's going to be the danger. Prussia coming at Stealthy Night. Prussia and Stealthy Night. Prussia's got his nose in front of Stealthy Night, and Prussia beats Stealthy Night. Prussia first, Stealthy Night second, the Waffler third, then Dunga Rubber, Glenings, followed home by Kaloon Vale. Next in was Program, then Inner Flash, who stopped in the straight. Cold Water didn't go on with it. Then Monaco Lady, Tiger Star, Rimlad, and the last 2 in, Pretty as Paint and Just Boogie.
Over the line, race 5 at Eagle Farm, 14, 1 and 2. Prussia the winner, second number 1, Stealthy Night, and third number 2, the Waffler. Confirm the totes and those placings in just a moment.
Settling pretty well. They're holding them. Apparently not satisfied. Now he is. Lights on. Away they go. And Mandator jumped away well with Naraka near the inside, and Cut Price has begun quickly, given a couple of cracks with the whip to hold its inside position as Prince Pisces charges through to take up the running. Bengal charges away well, and Soldier Schweik the outside. Cut Price settles down fourth on the fence now, and they were followed then by Bell Bay, improving its position early. Mandator's dropped in about 6th to 7th on the inside as they come to the turn the first time. Sir Timothy is just behind them. Then came the Grey, Bryson at the head of the others, followed by Ski Boots, who's well back. Narako settled back near the rear around the turn into the straight from Solo Bid. Bane Jolie is back about second last as they come down the straight the first time, and Big Band at the rear. Heading down to the judge, and Prince Pisces about a neck in front of Soldier Schweik. 3 lengths to Bengal Charger. Cut Price on the rails fourth, being niggled up a little bit from Bell Bay, and they've gone pretty quickly. Mandator was next, and they were followed then by Sir Timothy, Naraka the fence, Ski Boots, Bryson out about 3 deep, then Solo Bid, Bane Jolie the rails, and Big Band on its outside last. Prince Pisces down the hill past the 1600, about a neck to Soldier Schweik. 2 to Bengal Charger, and Cut Price still being niggled along a little bit on the inside from Bell Bay. Then Mandator, and they were followed then by Sir Timothy, is out 3 wide from Ski Boots out off the fence, and Narako easing off the fence. Bane Jolly getting up inside them from Solo Bid, Big Band, and Bryson's gone back to the rear. 12 lengths cover them round the turn at the 1200. Prince Pisces a neck to Soldier Schweik, and it's about 4 lengths in front of Bengal Charger. Cut Price feeling the strain already, is dropping back. Then about a length further back, Sir Timothy, Bell Bay, Solo Bid around the outside from Ski Boots, Narako. Mandator hard ridden, 2 to Big Band. Bane Jolie second last, and last Bryson. They've passed the 900, and the leader still. Now Soldier Schweik's headed off Prince Pisces. Bengal Charger's moved up very easily to go to the front now. 2 away is Solo Bid. Ski Boots coming around them, and a long gap further back. Sir Timothy dropping out of it from Narako to the outside, and then Bell Bay. Bengal Charger, gee, she's gone early at the 600, led 3 lengths to Ski Boots under the whip. The leader's going pretty well. Here's Big Band. It might be the danger if there is any, in 4th place, going around Solo Bid, and then a gap Narako. Bengal Charger at the 400, and St. Therese out in front by 4 lengths on it. Second Ski Boots, oh, it's got to win this. Then came Big Band, Solo Bid, and then came Narako, and they couldn't shoot the others with a gun. Round the turn with 300 to go. Bengal Charger. Oh, it's 8 in front now. Second is Ski Boots, and then came Big Band. It'll have to fall over. Bengal Charger by 8 in the straight from Ski Boots. Narako's running on well with Big Band, but Bengal Charger has won by 8-9 lengths. Second place in Ski Boots. Narako's got up for third from Big Band. Then solo bid Velbay. 5 lengths Mandatour, Brick Bryson, Cut Price, Bain Jolly didn't yelp today. Then Soldier Sweek, Prince Pisces, and last home Sir Timothy.
Oh. 360 on race 4 at Rosehill. Malcolm Johnston going to the top of the Jockeys Premiership with that second leg of his double on Half Shilling. Now race 5, the
run 1.5 miles the journey, and they're racing, and Peaceful Kingdom jumped out well, but the early pilot is dominance, about 1/2 to 3/4 of a length or so. Executive racing up towards the middle of the track, and also Kutzbar is showing a good turn of speed, as was the case last week at Randwick, and further out is Lady Nuke, but it's going to be Kutzbar. And down by the 50, Kutzbar 1/2 length on Executive, a length to Mr. Marceau pulling fiercely. Dominance on the inside, Lady Nuke 3 deep, a length to Rosnat on the inside of Port Fair. 1 then to Peaceful Kingdom on the inside of Sasha Bijou, and a couple of lengths further back, Brits Kingdom. As they turn out of the straight and go to the crossing at the 1800 metres, and Kutzbar sneaks away about 4 lengths on Executive. A length further back is Mr. Marceau, travelling a little better now, and the speed quickened. On the fence next is Dominance, 1 to Lady Nuke around Rosnat, a length to Port Fair, 1.5 Sasha Bijou. Travelling on the outside of Peaceful Kingdom and Absolute being Brits Kingdom. So in this order, they work towards the back of the course and go past the 1400 metres, and Kutzbar way out on his own. He leads about 5 lengths on Executive. Third posse is Dominance, close up the outside, Mr. Marceau, in turn being followed by Lady Nuke, who has on her inside Rosnat, then Port Fair. 2 lengths further back, Sasha Bijou, followed by Peaceful Kingdom, and a further 4 lengths to Brits Kingdom. Racing past the 1100 metres, and Kutzbar given a breather in front by 4 now. Mr. Marceau, a clear second place getter, a length to Dominance, then Executive, followed 1 back by Lady Nuke, and then comes Tiley's Mounts. Port Fair starting to make ground quickly. A length Rosnat, Sasha Bijou, and then Peaceful Kingdom, and Brits Kingdom's last. Galloping to the side in the McKell Cup, and the leader is Kutzbar. Again, Moses starting to speed up on him. His break is just under 2 lengths, Mr. Marceau. Third on the inside is Dominance. A length to Port Fair, and 2 Executive, hammered hard, not travelling well. Rosnat's gone past him. Then Lady Nuke, Sasha Bijou, Peaceful Kingdom, and Absolute Brits Kingdom. At the 500, coming to the corner at Old Kutzbar. He's giving back as a great sight. He leads by 2 lengths on Mr. Marceau. The rider's gone for the whip on it. A length to Port Fair, vigorously ridden, and then comes Dominance, Sasha Bijou, and Rosnat. Homeward bound, and Kutzbar shows the way. He's 2.5 lengths, Mr. Marceau, followed by Port Fair on the outside, and then Dominance on the inner from Rosnat, down to the 200 metres, and the 8-year-old brown gelding Kutzbar. He's a mile in front, Kutzbar. By gee, this Maruya has done him the world of good on the south coast of New South Wales. It'll donkey lick them. Rosnat and Dominance battling out second and third placings, but Kutzbar, he proves he's won at Randwick was no fluke, and he donkey licked them today here at Rosehill in the McKell Cup. Second Dominance, and third home was Rosnat. Then Brits Kingdom, Peaceful Kingdom, followed by Port Fair, Mr. Marceau, Sasha Bijou, Lady Nuke, and tailed off Executive.
5, 11 and 10 is called by Ian Craig. Kutzbar doing it again all the way. Kutzbar, Kevin Moses first, number 11 Dominance second, and 10 Rosnat third over the line, race 5 at Rosehill. Race 6, a full field of 11 in the...
Well, Therese, you settled Bengal Charger about 4th right throughout and then moved up. Were you planning on those race tactics at all?
No, Mr. Ease wanted him a bit further back. And he wanted me to try to hold him up for as long as possible so he wouldn't get tired, but he was just travelling too well.
So that's when you took the initiative and took him to the front early. Did that worry you at all? Did you think you'd get run down?
I was a little bit worried, but he was just travelling so well, and I wouldn't have been able to hold him if I tried, I don't think.
Well, that's when you say you're travelling so well, Therese, you had been in 3rd place, and he absolutely just cruises to the front there with about 600 odd metres to go. What's going through your mind now, because you are riding contrary to instructions?
Yes, I was just sitting on him. I thought the others would probably catch me, so I was was just sitting on him for as long as possible, but he was travelling so well. He just started to get a bit tired in the straight, so...
Well, you can't have a look back now. You don't have to worry because you're at least 4 or 5 lengths in front. And as you get halfway around the corner, you had to look back because you were racing out off the track, and you had to look back to see where the opposition was, but you nearly finished up with whiplash looking for them. It must have been a very satisfying feeling to you when you got a chance to have a look and there was no horses within sight, and it was home James.
Yeah, I couldn't believe they were that far back, so...
Now, Therese, you've only just turned 17. You had a birthday last week.
Yes.
So you've got a huge future. You still claim the 1.5 in town?
Yes, yeah.
So keep up the good work, and I hope you ride lots more winners.
Well done, Therese.
Good on you.
Therese Payne, winning jockey in race 5 at Moonee Valley. We'll take a break on Grandstand. Third in Adelaide, returning 470 and 250. Bold game, second 65. There was no third for Belcunda. Quinella paid 560 and the trifecta 87.05. It was 621 on the third in Adelaide. Now Star Biondi back behind the stalls and about to move into its gate. We might try and check the quarter-time scores in VFL football. In the match of the day, Carlton lead by 8 points against Hawthorn at Princess Park. Footscray 11 points in front of Essendon out at Windy Hill. Richmond 2 points in front of the Eagles at the MCG. Geelong have a 31-point lead over St Kilda at Cardinia Park, and Melbourne 12 points in front of Fitzroy at Princess Park. Quarter-time VFL scores from today's round. Now they're all set to go in Adelaide. Here's Ron Paps.
Running Star Beyond jumped away well. So did Fun with Numbers, but ridden out, going fast too in the early part was Opal's Work, and out wide a Regal Meadow, and Feelin' Fabulous is coming across with them all. In that early division too, as they settle a Denko miss, and they were followed back in behind them by King Kazar Chasabar. There's a rider losing his cap there. It was the one on Miss Cracklin. Well back behind them, Dollar Chips, and also showing little or no speed in the early part was Speedy Mo. Coming to the turn, Feelin' Fabulous, the little filly's got across to lead by a length, the New Gent. With them is Opal's Work, and also Fun with Numbers and Romancing Comet. Le Poet is getting up on the inside. Humbert River Rose and Chasabar were next, and French Border looking for room, Miss Cracklin, and they were followed further out on the track then by Regal Meadow, but the leader New Gent from Le Poet and Romancing Comet at the 200-metre mark. They were clear then of Opal's Work and Feelin' Fabulous and Super Quote out wide of Chasabar, but New Gent going strongly. Looks like a double for John Schlink at Strathalbyn. It will be. New Gent packing too many guns and goes home to win very easily. 2.5 Romancing Comet. Super Quote got third. They were followed by Opal's Work, Chasabar, Humbert River Rose, Le Poet, Miss Cracklin, Feelin' Fabulous.
Stealthy Night 70 and the Waffler 140. Quinella 21.70, trifecta 312.55. Now the sixth up there, they're moving into the line pretty well for that, the Castlemaine Gold Cup. Big field of 17 at the distance of just over 2,200 metres. A number of Victorian gallopers engaged in this race, including Playful Princess. And here's Wayne Wilson for the
Starter about to come across and release them.
Cup.
He paid favourite in Queensland is Dinky Flyer, $4.20 and $2. They're racing now. Kenzai missed it badly near the inside. Hot on Aces began smartly. Globetrotter a little bit slow to get going. Princess Gracious began nicely. She's second, coming up to the post the first time. Dinky Flyer's up nice and handy. So is Samara. Wetu showing a bit of dash from out wide. As they settle down now, Hot on Ices is the leader. A length in front. Wetu's second. Now Silver Elm third on the inside of Samara, and one to Dinky Flyer. Followed by Princess Gracious. She settled okay. She's running about sixth on the inside. She's racing on the inside of Dinky Flyer. Then Kenzai and the Red Jack, and pushing through in the middle is Playful Princess. A length and a half to Tristram's Edition. 3 lengths further back, Perspiration, then Latin Miss Amazan. Globetrotter's a long way back on the outside of Mr. Pepper, Beaver Boy, and Laskin Knight at the rear. Leaving the 1,600-metre point behind them in the leader, Hot on Aces. Doing it pretty easily in front, leading by a length and a half. Wetu pulling very hard second. Our Silver Elm a length and a half away third. 3/4 of a length to Samara, followed by Princess Gracious. She's beautifully placed on the inside. Ahead further back to Dinky Flyer, and then the Red Jack. 1 length then to Kenzai. Playful Princess up on the outside of Kenzai. Then Tristram's Edition and Latin Myth together, Perspiration. Then Globetrotter, Amazan, Mr. Pepper, Beaver Boy, Laskin Knight is last. 1,000 metres to go. Hot on Aces is the leader, a length and a half clear. Wet is second. Our Silver Elm is just popping off the rails there, moving up to within 3/4 of a length of the second horse, Wetio. Samara forced to race a little bit wide, and the Red Jack is out deep. Princess Gracious, Russell saving every inch of ground on the inside. Dinky Flyer starting to go forward, then Tristram's Edition and Kenzai. Playful Princess Globetrotter, Perspiration, Latin Myth, Zamazan. Then Mr. Pepper, Beaver Boy, and Luskin Knight is last. Over the crossing, 600 metres to go. Hot on Aces a length in front of Wetu. Our Silver Elm moving up strongly on the outside. Tristram's Edition just behind them on the rails, and then Princess Gracious. She's just held up for a run at the moment. Russell trying to bring it to the outside. Then Samara and Dinky Flyer and Kenzai on the outside. Hot on Aces, he's kicked. He's just in front of Tristram's Edition. Our Silver Elm coming at them on the outside. Samara and Kenzai winding up. Princess Gracious is gone, and then Dinky Flyer. Kenzai loomed up on the outside. He's taken the lead. Kenzai's just in front of Tristram's Edition and Samara. Tristram's Edition and Kenzai. Kenzai the outside in front, drawing clear close to the line. Kenzai's too good, beats Tristram's Edition. Dinky Flyer third, fourth Samara. Next in was Globetrotter, Princess Gracious. Then Hot on Aces, Our Silver Elm, Mr. Pepper, Playful Princess Wetu. Next home was Sir Zamazan, Latin Myth, Perspiration. Beaver Boy well back with Luskin Knight, and the Red Jack, one of the last in.
10, 17 and 2 as called by Wayne Wilson in the Castlemaine Gold Cup. Number 10, Kenzai. C. Carmody first. Number 17, Tristram's Edition second. And third, number 2, Dinky Flyer in the Castlemaine Gold Cup race 6, first leg of the double at Eagle Farm. 5.95, Ski Boots 130 and Narako 230. Now almost set for race 6, first leg of the double. Here's Bill.
Now they're all in the stalls here. Been a bit of money for Jatova at long odds. Field settles at the 1,000. The lights on, ready to go. They're racing. Chisango's bounced out in the centre to lead clearly on settling down. Judges Rule now going with it over on the inside. Up to make a great line is Irish Chance. The out as Judges Rule gets to the front. Up there, Irish Poet also, and Man Daring, and then came Old Acquaintance. Quiet Sensation working into it nicely from Hack Clare. Something Stunning dropping back from Our Avon's Goal. Cold Hearted back towards the rear with Jatova, Lazy Dynamite, and then came Samuel Redopake. Hopeless up by the 550. Judges Rule on the inside is hard at it though with Irish Poet and Chisango, and Quiet Sensation trying to get it through in between them from Irish Chance. They were followed then by Man Daring, and back behind them Hack Clare, and forget the others I'd say. On the corner, Chisango out wide, and Judges Rule. The leaders are linked to Quiet Sensation. Then came Irish Chance. It's Chisango clear. Quiet Sensation getting the split in the middles out after it from Judges Rule. Then Irish Chance, Quiet Sensation tackling Chisango halfway down the straight. Chisango still in front though. It's hanging on. It's going to win. It's a neck in front, and it's going to last. Wins it a half head to Quiet Sensation. Close for third, Man Daring or Hack Clare. Then Judges Rule, followed further back Irish Chance. Cold Hearted running on once further. Then came Old Acquaintance. Redopake made up some ground from Something Stunning. Our Avon's Gold, Lazy Dynamite, Irish Poet, and Samuel. It's a photo, no doubt. Chisango has won, only by a narrow margin, but it has got there. Good run, Quiet Sensation, and very close for third. Man Daring, one of the most prominent in the battle for third placing with Hack Clare. Maybe that way, but it's very close. A photo finish, but no doubt that the winner will be Chisango.
At 12, Chisango 290 and 110. Quiet Sensation 115. Hack Clare 460. Quinella 9 even. The trifecta $1,279.20. The extra double today at the Valley for 13 and 7. War Hymn and Bengal Charger returned 86.85. The subs were a pair of 4s. Now, race 5, Sydney, it was 5, 11 and 10. Kutzbauer led all the way to return $3.40 and $1. Dominance $5.70. Rosnat $7.70. Quinella $133.10. And the trifecta $4,351.90. And we're standing by for race 6. We'll check the tote to see what's happening there.
New South Wales tote favourites. The Jim Cassidy ride, and they're racing. And the best to begin was Gypsy Blessing, Shinakima second, Fleet Invader third, and fourth is You're the Reason. A few keen to lead. Parlour fifth the inside, then Stormy Gypsy Signal to Noise. Two to Shea Paris drifting back, then left to Shore Bluegrass Dancer, and last Regal Realm. Well, the rider on Fleet Invader, D. Beatman's got his own way in front and going to the 1100. Fleet Invader leads about 3 lengths on Shinakima. Hurry.